Okay, um, I guess let's get this started. Let me sort this out real quick. 'Cause it's been a while, so I don't know what's working, what isn't. Um, let's see if I can figure this out. This might be right, but I don't think I have Facecam on this one. I don't. Okay, 1 second. Thank you for being so patient. Um, let's see how we do this. I'll put you on this screen for now. Although I might not be able to. Let's do this together. You're joining me in trying to figuring out how this works. Um, webcam. This is it. All right, and I think I just need to go to. There we go. It's way too close to my face. Okay. I think we've sorted that out a bit more, a bit better. I think we have anyway. There we go. Thank you for being so patient. I think I've sorted out a way to be able to what's it called? I'm unsure what the name is, but sort of, I guess, just fix the audio in general so that you can't hear the super loud buzzing of my laptop. And I can also have my fan in the background because it is absolutely sweltering here. I am Canadian. I'm not used to this kind of warm weather. Um, so yeah, I'm just gonna hop into a build real quick here and hope that that this Twitch overlay will work. So we'll see about that. I'm new to this, so well, I'm not new to Twitch. I'm new to the overlay setting, which I think is great. I am so happy that there's a way to make it easier to play with like just one monitor. I think that's so cool. Okay. I want to do something fun today. Something a little bit different, but I'm not exactly sure what. I mean, we could try to go for like a haunted Victorian house. I don't know, but it's kind of the summer. That's not really the summer vibe. I'm tempted to do something like fun and hang out ish because, like, quarantine is finally, well, where I'm from, they've pretty much removed the majority of the restrictions because almost everyone has their vaccine. I had to get mine late because I had to talk to a couple doctors about it. Um, but I did like get the second one. I think a day or two ago. It's just been kicking my ass. I'll be honest. I mean, so much better. Obviously, totally get the vaccine if you're able to. But it was just so cool. I was driving past this like group of people, and there was just so many of them without masks, and it was. I mean, personally, I'm gonna continue to wear masks in public. Probably more as a comfort thing more than anything. Um, like I don't know. It's just been so long, but it was just there's just sort of vibe that maybe it's all going to be over soon, and we can finally not get back to normal because you really can't after something like this, but get back to just living life. You know, going places, doing things, seeing people. I mean, how great would that be? I mean, honestly, really. Okay. Sorry, I'm just checking something here. And double checking on the audio as well. I think we're still okay. I think we're still okay. Okay, there's a little bit of frame drop in there. That's alright. We'll be alright. um, we could do. Maybe we'll do something in Strangerville. Um, these houses up here. I love these style of houses. They're so pretty. But I think today I'm just gonna do like a sort of rundown trailer build. Not super rundown, like charming rundown. Think like it was built like when when colorful toilets and bathtubs and stuff popular. Like I'm currently at my grandma's house, and I remember as a kid growing up, the bathroom was turquoise and the kitchen was yellow, and it was yellow and pink, and it was just so pretty. Honestly, I remember talking to my grandma about she showed me one of her old photo albums from when she was in high school, and she talked about how one of the nicest things about when she was just how colorful everything was, and I think that's really neat. Sorry here, I'm just checking on a few things because I'm not sure if this works. I don't trust this. I mean, I trust it. I think it's great. Um, I just mean, I'm gonna go on my Twitch account. I'm gonna watch what I'm watching from my phone, just to double check, just because I find it a bit easier that way. But I'm really excited to try out this new feature. So let's see if I can make this work, shall we? Honestly, I don't think, no matter how often I do this, um, I still I don't know if I can do this. Okay, I think I got it sorted out. Yeah, okay, let me just fix the audio a bit here. Oh my god. Sorry, I got a new phone too. Everything is chaotic. Okay. Um, this might be a bit too much. You know what? Let me close all of this here. I have a bunch of tabs open in here. See, I've gotten into this like whole writing thing as of right now. Um, Probably make it run so much better. Although it is a bit slow. You know what? I might turn off the. I'm gonna turn off the overlay because I think we might be having some issues with it. I'm gonna give this a try and see if that makes it better. It already seems like it's running so much smoother. And mind you, my laptop isn't like a top quality thing, so it does not reflect on the new setting at all. I hope no one thinks that because it seems like such a great, just seems like such a great thing. Okay, let me just turn that down real quick. Okay. So, now let me turn up. So I think that way you guys can hear the music now. Alright, well, let's get started. I'm still so worried about everything, and my face looks hella red. I might turn off Facecam for this one. You know what? Let me do that real quick. Because I think that might also be a bit of a problem. So let's turn off that. Let's turn off that. And I think that'll maybe make it work a lot better. Yeah, look at that. Alright. Well, that's okay, because that means I can resume my normal posture of just slouching. Because I try to keep a much better posture when I'm streaming. I try to do that all the time, obviously, but when I'm streaming, it's like we all know that when we play video games, we all sort of sit hunched over on our laptop like a gremlin. But I don't know. Okay. Well, let's see. For starters, there's this. I saw James Turner. He's a Sims YouTuber. Do this, and there's this certain set of testing sheets. True. Aha! It was so much more difficult than The Sims 2. I started off with The Sims 2. I had an old copy of it that my mom used to have, actually. And so I'm used to putting in full probe testing cheats enabled too. So much easier, eh? Yeah. I was on a tangent there. That's alright. We can just drop that where it was. bb.move objects on. Yes, this thing. James Turner, a YouTuber I watched. I saw him do something like this in a build, and it was like absolutely genius. That is a... Oh, no. Show hidden objects. Do I not put on? Maybe I don't put on. bb.show live edit objects. You know, I'm never sure if it's like my phone or if it's the thing altogether. It doesn't look like it. Well, let's keep doing this anyway. Alright, I think I've got it sorted out. So here, what I want to do is go to search up debug here. If I've done this right, there we go. And if you search through the debug, which might take us a bit because it's pretty disorganized, if I could memorize what the different order of debugs were in searches, maybe I'd be better at this. Although there is, I think I saw it. Hold on. Although there is a mod that apparently makes this so much easier. There we go. This thing. And I'll show you why. I absolutely love it. Because if you size it down, that's a bit too small. I think this would be perfect. It sort of resembles the things that we have under here. You know, as you would on a, what do you call those? A trailer, or I know that it's also called a caravan in some places as well. So let's give that a try. And I think if I'm not mistaken, that it's currently, I'm definitely streaming on European time rather than Canadian or American time, because my sleep schedule is just absolutely messed up. I don't know why, I just get the want to stream very late at night. And also recently, because of things that have been going on in my personal life, I haven't had much energy to do the streaming. But of course I do right now, in the middle of the night. But why not, eh? I've a million hours to sleep in your life, but there's not a million hours to do streaming? I don't know. Why not, eh? Why not? I'll probably do a stream in the more regular hours that I stream, just explaining why I've been gone for a while, because I know right now this time isn't convenient for a lot of the people that I normally, or that follow, that I, it doesn't work with the time I normally stream for, which is pretty much the exact opposite of this time right now, but we'll see. I want to get back to doing this regularly, though. I've been thinking about it a lot. And I do. It's something I really enjoy, genuinely. And I've been trying to focus on doing things like that recently. That's why you saw that writing, all that writing stuff popped up there. Is because writing is something I really enjoy doing, but I never really pursued because I never thought that, it would be a viable career in any kind of way. But I recently was talking with a teacher of mine. Yeah, that's another little bit of an update. I decided not to drop out of school, which is probably for the best. Um, yeah. So that's a whole thing. But yeah, she was saying that it wouldn't be a terrible career choice to pursue, just because apparently I'm good at it. And that made me happy. So I think that maybe I'll do that. Life's too short to not go after the things that you enjoy doing. And two, the thing is, if I pursue writing and it fails, I'm 18, but just recently 18. And even if I pursue writing for 5 years, after that 5 years, I will only be 23. And that still leaves so much more time. So why not, eh? Sorry, I'm saying a lot. I'm very Canadian. I've been drinking a lot of Starbucks recently. Or sorry, not Starbucks. Tim Hortons. That's the Canadian one. I'm sorry, yeah. Base game, and let's do just base game and Strangerville. And see what we can come up with. This looks a little clunky. I'll see if there's something we can do about that later. Let's see here. There was something I was meaning to bring up on stream, and I can't remember what it was, because, well, I've been gone for so long. That looks kind of dingy. I don't want it to look dingy. I want it to look, nice. Charming. Right, regarding the charity stream that I said I was gonna do on my birthday, because I turned 18 and would be able to, be a bit more financially responsible for, or I would be more, legally. I don't think a day changes, my ability to be responsible for things in a financial sense, but in a legal sense, I mean. But, how do I put this? I think I wasn't confident enough in myself that I would be able to do it right. And that was the biggest thing for me, is it's something very important to me. And so I wanted to do it right. And so I decided to take more time, but I don't think I ended up telling any of you that, and I'm very sorry. And that's not just me being Canadian, I am genuinely sorry for not filling you guys in and just disappearing. But I do kind of have good reason for that. And that is because I finally got a proper diagnosis. They found more lesions in my brain. Yay? I don't know. It's definitely not a yay. So yeah, I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, a month after my 18th birthday. So, fun times, eh? Welcome to adulthood, you have an incurable chronic disease. Sorry, I don't mean to be a bummer. But yeah, I just want to be honest with you why I've been gone. It's not because I wanted to be gone and disappear and say, hey, I'm gonna do this charity stream, get everyone all hyped up for it, and then leave and never do it. I want to do it. I just need some time. Think of it as the oxygen mask analogy. You have to take care of yourself before you can help anyone else. So, I gotta do that. I gotta take care of myself first. And that's why I want to start easing into things more. I want to focus on just streaming and doing small things, because that was always the thing that I thought amazed. Well, it did. It does amaze me the most. I don't like these windows now. Is how many small things make such a big difference. I mean, think of how many people we have in this world. 1.7 billion, right? Even if that 0.7 donated $1, not even half, less than half of the world's population donated $1, there would be 700 million, wouldn't it? $700 million. Now, I know that's a big thing to say, but I mean, I know there's a lot of people that I know that are in the position to, that myself included, and I need to make more of an effort to do good things. But I think that's the thing, is I was thinking too ahead of myself. I was thinking about the charity streams I've seen big streamers do, and big YouTubers do, and the millions of dollars they've raised, and I thought, that's what I have to do in order to be successful at this. But I think I was getting the wrong point. It's not about succeeding, and quite frankly, it's not about me. Which, I can get a bit wrapped up in sometimes, because I'm a fairly insecure person, and that sometimes gets in the way of my perspective of things. And so I'm trying to work on that. And so I was thinking, I just want to start out small. I want to start doing this more consistently and more honestly. I want to set up either a Patreon or a subscriber, something so you're able to subscribe to the channel. I want to do that first. And then take it from there. And then I want to do something small. Small goal. Something achievable, something that we can do and can actually make a difference. And I think that the thing is, even something small really can make a difference, And that's what I want to focus on. Not getting overwhelmed with massive success, like, I have to do this or do that to actually make it worth my time, or not that. That's not how I meant for that to sound. I want to do good. And I want to do good the best I can. And I think Twitch has given me the opportunity to find a way to really facilitate that goodness by having even the tiny community that I've managed to gather and unfortunately abandoned for a few days. Again, I'm very sorry. It's still something, we can still do something good. And even if I set the goal as, $25, and I donate all 25 of those dollars, or 24, or something like that, I think I don't have a job, but I'm a very frugal person. So when I did used to do some more freelance stuff, I still have almost all of my money from that saved up. So I could do a fair donation in the regards, do most of it. And even if no one watches or no one donates, setting aside that money to do good, it still means something. And it would give the opportunity for more people to easily do that good thing too. It requires a lot of research and time. A lot of research and time that I need to make myself have, not wait for it to happen. So I was thinking recently about how things have been kind of shitty. I think they have been for everyone. And this is a bit self-deprecating, but they have been for me too. But I think the thing that I learned from all that is you can't wait for things to get good. Because then you'll spend your whole time waiting for things to get good, and things won't ever actually get good. You're the only one who has the ability to change things. No one else does. It's not like the world's gonna swoop down and change everything, and it's not like even I can. It's not like we can fix the world. There's too many problems to ever fix the world, I think. But I think, if we can make one person's day a little better, make sure one kid gets their lunch, or one family gets fed, or one person gets, winter clothes or cool summer clothes or anything like that. Like, doesn't that have meaning in and of itself? Just the little things like that? Because I really think it does. I really do think it does, and I think that all we are in this world is what we do. And so I want to do something good, even if it's something small, even if it's something that benefits one person. It's still the world is still even the tiniest of bit better. And not, again, this is sounding so narcissistic, I'm sorry. But I've always wanted to do good. And I used to. I really did used to. And I need to get back to that. I need to stop making excuses for it, because I'm in the position where I can, even if it's hard. Anyway, I'm sorry about that. I know you're all probably just trying to watch us stream and chill out. But, and here I am talking all crazy and such. That's my bad. Well, let's get back to this build here. And we'll go into that later. And like I said, I'll do another GeoGuessr stream when I have a bit more energy. Like I said, the vaccine is just absolutely... I'm sort of done right now. So why today is the day I decided to pop back out of nowhere? Beats me, honestly. But yeah, I'll do one of those GeoGuessr/CityGuessr streams again. Those ones usually bring in a fair amount of people, and then I'll do some explaining of why I've been gone for a while. And, yeah, I'll do a bit of an update then, but for now, let me go back to some just relaxing sim stuff, because, today's a good day, from where I'm at, for my part of the world, COVID-wise. Today's a good day. And I hope that it stays good. And I hope that things get good for wherever you are, too. So yeah. I think the thing is things are moving in a good direction, and I'm finally able to visualize that. And I hope that's the same for you wherever you are. Sorry, it's 2 o'clock in the morning here, so I might get all 2 o'clock in the morning-y. I don't know how else to put it. You understand. I hope. I'm tempted to do this sort of pattern that they have in these yards over here. Yeah, let's do that. This might be a bit tricky, might be time consuming, but that might be a bit time consuming. But yeah. Oh, yes. One other thing regarding the charity situation that I was talking about is I was actually back, and like I said, I've been having a bit of a hard time recently. And back in the day, and by that I mean 5 years ago, I was maybe 13-ish, I struggled with a few things, and I mean, honestly, no one has a fun time being 13, right? And the one, community or YouTuber, I guess, that I found that really made me happy was this, Jacksepticeye. I know it's such a... I don't know what it is. I like it. I need to stop trying to justify myself. I like his stuff. And I can like it. That's okay. Anyway, I was rewatching some of his old videos recently for nostalgia. And, I saw this one reading your comments that he used to do, and one person was talking about streaming and charity streams and how they wanted to do something, but they were worried that they couldn't, they didn't have enough of a following or community or whatever. And they were worried that they'd do it poorly. And the guy just said that, not Jack, I mean. That, you know, I'm paraphrasing here for sure. That, like, even, like, the little bit helps, you know? That even if it's small, you're out there and doing a good thing, and, you know, that's a good thing. More or less. It's been a while since I watched the video. I've been stewing on it for a little bit, thinking about it. Maybe we'll make this a starter home. Yeah, we'll make this a starter home. I'll show you guys some other cool debug techniques for decorating starter homes to make them not look like starter homes. This is a total like lifesaver when you're playing these games and are trying to make a decent looking starter home. But yes. And so I thought that's a really good point. And so if I have the opportunity, why not, eh? Why not? So I'll sort that out eventually, and I will let you guys know. And I will not just disappear out of the blue this time. Hopefully, if the world, you know, cross my fingers, knock on wood, I hope the world doesn't end up throwing another curveball at me, and if it doesn't, ooh, I actually like this. That's just the ground, so probably not a good idea. But yes, if the world doesn't throw another curveball my way, then I think we'll be all set for that. But I think I tried to rush into it, and I got overzealous. So, I'll keep that in mind next time, and we'll do good. Okie doke. Normally, too, I want to say, I feel like this... No, that's not new. It seemed new to me. With all the updates we've had recently on The Sims, it's been so great. I love all the new updates so much. I'm really glad. Because I'm, like I said, a Sims 2 player, and the amount of love and dedication they put into that game just made me so happy. And so I'm really happy that they're putting that same amount of love and dedication now into this game too. Because it's absolutely gorgeous. Out of all of the Sims games, it's so beautiful and it's so user-friendly that it makes me really happy. Yes. Like I said, I had a point. I think I had a point there. I'm gonna ramble a little bit about what I learned from writing, and from, you know, talking, whatever, is think of like, you know when you use, what are they called? Commas in writing. And it's like, you know, Jack went to the store, he wasn't sure what he was, or Jack went to the store, comma, he wasn't sure what he was gonna get, comma, but he went anyway. My problem is by the time I get to that second comma, when I'm saying something, I forget what I was saying at the first comma, and then my brain just quits on me. So, if I ever, like, start a tangent and it just ends in the middle of nowhere, that's why. It's because my brain probably just stopped. It just gives up. Which, I mean, fair enough, because, like, I feel that. I get it. But yeah. I'm sure I had other things that were important to say, but let's just forget it and move back on to what we're doing here. So one of my favorite flooring tricks for making starter homes in The Sims is to use the concrete in the kitchen to make a white and black checkered kitchen floor. Now these are pretty, like, you know, they remind me of like traditional kitchen floors that you'd see in like sitcoms and stuff like that. And so, you know what, I'm going to do it for the whole hallway. And it saves so much money to do this, and it's kind of charming. Normally I wouldn't do it for like the whole thing, but I don't know, I always thought it was kind of cute. And it's free. So, I mean, what's better than something that is cute and free? In terms of decoration, you know? Right. Base game and Strangerville is what we want to do today. Let me sort this out here. Now, in terms of decorating, I might move these cabinets for now. Remove these cabinets for now, I mean. Just while I try to sort out how I want to get this done. So I might... Laying out this kitchen is a bit difficult, I found. See, what I normally like to do when I get to these corner pieces is if I remove Strangerville and base game here, cats and dogs have these really nice corner seats. They have ones with cushions on them too. This is like an outdoorsy one. But I like to just put those in the corner there, because I believe 2 Sims can sit on them. And they fit so cutely in there, and it doesn't look cramped. It doesn't look like it's sort of like jammed behind the refrigerator, even though it is. Because like your Sims can still sort of sit there. And it just looks really nice. And then what I do sometimes is I would find a way to put the TV over where the stove is. And then you could sort of have like, a full living room sort of. I knew someone who used to live in an RV, actually, and it was very similar to this setup. It was really cool. Actually, this dude just lived in his RV and traveled around the country, visiting different friends and stuff like that. He was a musician, so he traveled around a lot, and he ended up in, like, some of the coolest places. He was a neat guy, actually. A family friend. Alright, but let's focus on trying to sort this out here. So, I think I'm gonna prioritize a dining room, actually, over a living room, because I want to put a laptop inside here. And you can't really put a laptop in, outdoor eating space, or a computer, even. See, it's different because you can put a sitting space out there, and weather doesn't affect it, really. Rain, snow, anything like that. Might make your Sims a bit uncomfortable, but it won't really affect it. Like, it won't break the electronics, where, if you do it the other way around, the weather will, if you have seasons. So I think I'm gonna see if there's any way I can sort of fit a table in this diagonal space here. This is tempting, but I don't want it to look trashy. I want it to look cute. But, like, reasonable. So I think if I scoot this out a bit, I think this will still be usable. Maybe we'll even get a Sim to test it in here in a little bit. And I think that's all usable there. See, if I wanted to give us more space, I could make a 1-tile bathroom. That is possible. And with the sink in the living room, it's even more possible. I mean, maybe that's what I'll do. You know what? We're gonna make this slightly more inconvenient. And we're gonna have to fix all of this. But I'm gonna make a 1-tile bathroom, so that we can fit a double bed in this bedroom. Oh shoot, what happened to the light? There we go. I love these tiny lights that EA added. Problem is that I get them lost in the walls all the time when I'm not paying attention. There we go. And I'll show you how this works, because this can be a bit tricky. And it sometimes does need a bit of fiddling to get it to work right, but what I do to make sure this works 100%. And this is such an awful configuration. I would hate having this set up the way it is right now. Because essentially we need to I think you need to put a curtain there. Oh, no, actually you don't, because it's 2 tiles wide. Oh, this is going to be so much nicer than I thought it was going to be. Let me just find... We'll use the Strangerville doors. I'm tempted to switch the stove and the fridge around, because it might make it easier. I think if I put this there, the stove here, and the fridge here, and then I switch this out with a corner counter, I think it'll make it a lot more functional. Even if we don't end up testing it, I think this is like 100% for sure functional. Whereas the other configuration wasn't so. And plus, with the way we have it here, I think I could even put a trash can in the corner here. don't know if it'll work. If it doesn't, we end up testing it and it doesn't, I'll just put a flower there. And I think it'll really, like, liven up the place. I love putting plants in Sims builds because it just makes it look so much nicer and green. Now we're gonna stick to the cheap essentials here. Oh shoot! I forgot, we don't have... Oh, we only have base game stuff. We can't make the single tile bathroom. Well, I'm devastated. How are we gonna do this now? Should think before I do things. Well, I mean, we can just go back to the way it was before. It really isn't the end of the world. I'm being dramatic. But when am I not? Let's see here. Actually, quite often, I'm a pretty calm person. Let's put this here. Put this here. And this way, too, if you wanted to put something... If you had, I don't know... Like, if you're doing, like, a challenge and you want to, like, have kids in here and you want to put the parenthood board on the wall, you could over here. Or, like, that place to hang your coats right here, something like that. Although that comes with base game, so we might actually end up doing that. But for right now, I just want to get some furniture in and do a general layout. Now, like I said, I don't think you'd want to raise kids in here, probably in The Sims. I think that would be really difficult. But it would be a fun challenge. So I'm going to put a bathtub in here anyway. Yeah, I'm going to put a bathtub in here anyway. And we'll see. Yeah. Like I said, we're just going to put some furniture down for now. Just see what the cost would be. And yeah, we'll go from there. Sorry I got quiet there. I try not to have as many quiet pauses. That actually reminds me, a while before I started streaming, I actually, well, I mean, I still have it. It's not like it's gone now. I have a Sims 4 YouTube channel, and it's got one video. I did that one video and I decided, man, I absolutely hate editing. This is not my thing at all. And so I never did it again. But it was actually kind of fun. And so I was thinking of maybe... No, I was thinking maybe trying it again, but I don't think I can, like, genuinely enjoy editing. I just don't think it's something that I can like, really. I'm more of a... I don't have a very long concentration, attention span. So something that requires detail and focus and all of that, it's not really my cup of tea. Oh, right, yeah, now I need to show you that fun debug technique. This works for any world, any expansion pack, even just in the base game, where you can get access to all of this sort of like world editing objects, but you can put them on your lots, and for the most part, they're completely free in-game. So, you know what, let's sort this by Strangerville only, just so we can get some of the Strangerville stuff in here first. Let's see. Oh yeah, and this stuff is great if you ever are trying to build like side-by-side lots and you need some filler lots and you don't want to build them or spend money. You can always use the lots that they use in the world. Like these lots over here are accessible by using this. You can even make like turn larger lots into like city centers and stuff like that. I might do a bit of a build stream like that one day. since I've decided to get back into streaming again. And also, they have fences, so you don't have to spend money on fences if that is really not something you have the budget for in the game that you're playing. They also have air conditioners for the outside. I'm going to throw that there. Don't need that, I don't think. I think that should be good. Oh yeah, I forgot you can just, like, get the mother plant. You ever think that Strangerville is kind of like a Stranger Things ripoff? Maybe it is, like, supposed to be a reference and I'm just completely blind. But doesn't that pack, or this pack sort of give you that vibe, you know? Like weird, abandoned. Well, I mean, I guess it's a pretty common trope. Alright, let's remove Strangerville and let's do some hunting for some debug in base game. There is so much debug in base game that it's a bit tricky to find it all, or to find what you're looking for. I've gotten a lot better at it. I used to scroll here for ages. Because we need to make sure we find things that are desert appropriate. Although I think some... See, I'm from Canada. We don't have deserts here. So I'm not very familiar on desert agriculture. I'm gonna put these there just because we have those spots in the fence we need to cover up. But yeah, like I was saying, not familiar at all with what the desert is like. Probably put those there. It doesn't look too out of place. And maybe we'll... I was thinking maybe... Oh yeah, we could. Just using this stone as a path through here. Now, because these things are debug, your Sims will essentially walk right through it. So with debug, you don't have to worry about plants blocking your mailbox, or swing sets, or playground equipment, or fence gates, or doors, or stairs, or anything like that. Same with using them for pathways. I think there might be one or two exceptions, but I can't think of any off the top of my head right now. There we go. Oh geez, those are pretty big cactuses. I don't think they'll work. We can size those down later, if we need to. But as of right now, let's see what we can find. Oh yeah, isn't that so cool how they have the new update where, like, child Sims can cook with adult Sims? I think that's so cool. I remember, well, I was gonna say back in The Sims 2, I played The Sims 2. Well, I guess it would have been a few years ago now. See, I had The Sims 2 on my laptop. I spilled a drink on my laptop. Don't know how I managed that, but anyway, laptop was toast. And I sort of lost the CD in the just destroyed laptop. Which makes me really sad, because I really like The Sims 2, and apparently it's so difficult to get to run on modern computers. So I probably won't get to play it again for a while. Honestly though, see, The Sims 4 is kind of like a refurbish of The Sims 1. So I honestly wouldn't be mad if The Sims 5 was just a like better graphics and stuff like that version of The Sims 2 or The Sims 3. Apparently The Sims 3 is also really good. I never played it, but I've heard good things about it. And I mean, I'd be down for playing it, but The Sims games are a bit pricey. So yeah. These windows, I think they're even. Oh yeah, it's the flower boxes that aren't. Well, that's okay. I don't know if you'd want that many flower boxes. Not only in a place where it looks like you might have droughts, but also in, like, the front of your RV. I mean, I don't know. I've never had an RV before. Like, personally. I don't even have my driver's license, honestly. I have been meaning to get that, but I actually moved. You know, an awning might be interesting. We'll put that over there just in case we decide to use it. Let's see if we can find a more colorful one, though. Oh, here we go. Here's some desert plants, I think. They're definitely a lot brighter compared to the average Strangerville flora, but I think it'll work. But yes, I don't even have my learner's permit because I ended up moving. Okay, so where I'm from, the city I'm from, driver's ed is like a course that you take in the 10th grade, or when you're like 15, because that's when you can get your learner's permit. See, I moved schools, and in the the new province that I moved to, a province is like a state, or a county. They just don't do driver's ed. And then when I got back, they don't offer the course when you're 17 and 18. So I sort of didn't get that done at all. So, yeah. I cannot drive. And I don't mind, because I have no problem with walking. But, you know, in a city, like, living in Canada, which is a huge city, it's really hard to get around to certain places without one. Like, for reference, when I was, in middle school, I moved halfway across the city, and it was an hour drive away about. And so, you drive an hour in the city I'm from, and you're still in the same city. So, it's one of those things where being able to drive would be very helpful. We can put some flowers in. But yeah, anyway, yeah. So normally all of this landscaping would be fairly expensive, but because of the debug menu, it's like totally reasonable. And then we'll put this awning up here. I might change the color. I might go with blue. I think blue is a really pretty color. It's a nice color because somehow, I don't know, it's like a neutral, but it's not. Think of like denim or anything like that. I'm just gonna save my game right there because it was lagging on me a little bit. And I don't know if I'll use simple siding. You see, because this is the problem with these sidings with the columns, is they have to have at least 2 wall spaces. Like, see here, there's only 1 here. The column doesn't show. There's 2 here, and then more than 2 on the other side, so it does. So it's really inconsistent and difficult to build with in that sense. I wish that they were a bit better and a bit more. What's it called? I don't know. I wish it just knew that. Which it's a lot for a video game program to ask. I'm not like or a video game programmer to ask. I'm not really like, I don't know much about that. I almost failed my tech class in school, so. I mean, how did I even. Yeah, because the thing is, again, a lot of it was editing, and it's just not my cup of tea. And also programming, which is incredibly difficult. I had one kid who programmed an entire, original game. For reference, this was in middle school, so we were, 11. And this dude programmed an entire video game. And I was just like, how do you do that? Like, I was just so incredibly impressed. It was incredible. Like, it's so neat to see, like, people who are just... I don't know if anyone's naturally talented, but I think some people are just more inclined to things than me. So, yeah, just to see what different people can just... Like, things that just click, I'm trying to say. Pardon me. But it's like my little sister. She's 4. And she has incredible aim for a 4-year-old. Like, when she... we had takeout the other day. It was my stepmom's birthday. And she kept on rolling up her, her paper scraps and stuff like that and tossing them in the bag. It was, I don't know, a couple feet away from her. And she got almost every single one. I think she missed one. One out of maybe 6 or 7. Which is way better than I could have done. For the record, when I tried to play volleyball... One second, I need some water. When I tried to play volleyball when I was back in school, I somehow managed to throw it, like, to the side and hit one of my own players on my team. And I still don't know how I managed that. But, I mean, it seems like something I do. Honestly. I love this tree. Oh my god, this is so awesome. I love that. Sorry, I got distracted there. But yeah, so she's clearly more athletically inclined, and I don't know if that's because she was raised in a very athletic family, and maybe she just has more of that influence. I'm very artistically inclined. I don't know if that's because I was raised in a more artistic family. Probably. But that's sort of what I mean. In the sense that I don't think anyone's, like, particularly naturally gifted with anything, but I definitely think it's possible for people to be, like, you know, a product of their environment in the sense that, well, they learn what's around them, you know? Even as kids, you mimic that sort of thing, obviously. It's how we all really learn. It's human nature. But it's like, I don't know, I think it's kind of neat just to see sometimes when people sort of discover that stuff. It's cool. So yeah, right now I'm just finishing up some of the landscaping here. I normally like to put some grass down underneath the trees just to make it look a bit more realistic. I mean, I don't know if that's technically more realistic, it just looks nice. And that's sort of the goal, is just to make things look nice. Now, we've pretty much landscaped this entire area here. All of this here, the boxes here, the air conditioner, the awning, all of this, landscaping included, was free. The only thing we had to pay for out here was the fence and then the actual build itself. I was so happy when they put this in. Yeah, it was just amazing. Alright, let's see if I can find that grass again. The sort of brownish one is what I'm looking for. Sorry, I'm like concentrating a lot right now. There it is! And so I'm gonna just put this around here a little bit. There we go. I mean, I've never lived in a RV in the desert. But I mean, I'd live in this one. I think it's kind of cute. Okay, let's work on the inside here. Now, this is where things start to matter a bit more. So I'm going to start by deleting all of the furniture. I just want to make sure it fit. And then let's start with the walls and everything like that here. See, I want to do like a very like retro sort of trailer vibe. Like this was something that was bought like in the 90s, and this person just sort of, maybe it's like a family, not heirloom, but maybe, I don't know. Maybe they fixed it up. Jeez. I don't even know. Because I kind of want to do this Posies and Poinsettia wallpaper. Because it's awful in, like, such a good way. You know, like, this reminds me of, like, the wallpaper, like, you would see in, like, an old, like, mid-century modern home or something like that. A lot of RVs I've seen had, like, wood paneling in them, which is kind of nutty. But let's start with this. And maybe we'll have... Oh, I kind of want to have a blue fridge. I want to go with, like, mid-century modern ugly. Not that mid-century modern is ugly, I mean, like, the ugly side of mid-century modern, where, like, things were just randomly blue and pink for no reason. Like, I don't know who was ever like, you know what would make this room better? A pink toilet. Or you know what would make this room better? A blue fridge. Oh, I hate that we don't have a blue swatch of the stove. That's okay. I think it'll end up being for the best anyway. But yeah, like, it made no sense to me growing up. Still makes no sense to me now. But from what I've learned, is apparently back in the day, things are very colorful. And people like things colorful, and I can't blame them. Like, I think the thing that I like the most about, you know, who I've grown to be recently is I am just so much more okay with wearing, I don't know, like, bright colors and, like, fun things. Like, I used to care so much. And this might be because I'm a bit of an emo baby. Is, like, I wore black for years. There's a time where my wardrobe consisted of only black. And it was like, although, like, stuff like being feminine was always portrayed as, like, a really bad thing, I remember. It's like, you want, like, I don't know if any of you remember it, but, like, yeah. I don't know, which is such a weird thing. But yeah, and so nowadays, now that I've gotten a bit older, I'm like, why did I hate, like, the color pink so much? It's such a pretty color. I want a pink dress, and that's how that's gonna happen. That's just what's gonna happen. I am an adult. I will wear pink if I want to. Well, I say I am an adult. I just turned 18, but, like, hey, if I gotta pay taxes now, I can wear pink, you know? I mean, you can do that at any age. You guys know what I'm saying. Jeez. See, this is what happens when I make the choice to stream at 2:30 in the morning. But you know, you gotta get the streams in when you can. I definitely want to become more consistent. I've been gone for way too long. But yeah, like I said, if you were here a bit earlier, I've been having an interesting time recently. And yeah. I don't know if I've mentioned it on stream before. It doesn't really need to be mentioned, I don't think. But I mean, I'd like to. So the way I'm thinking of it is I want to find some way to turn this whole situation into a good thing. Just for context, I recently got diagnosed with MS, multiple sclerosis. It's an incurable autoimmune disease. If you don't know. I won't go too into it because it can get kind of depressing if you think too much about it. And yeah, so I kind of want to find some way to turn that into a good thing. And I think streaming and maybe doing charity streams, especially in that category, and as someone who's, you know, dealing with this whole thing, I could maybe advocate for it a bit more. I think that would be a good use of just everything. I mean, the whole reason I started streaming was because I was having a rough time. I mean, these past few years have been just in general, a bit of a rough time. But especially with COVID, I think it's been a rough time for everyone, quite frankly. And so I thought, what's a good thing that I can do? What do I like? And I thought, I like playing video games. well, The Sims particularly. I wouldn't say I'm any much of a gamer, Um, and I like talking with people. Or at people, I guess. And so I figured, why not try streaming? And on days when I play GeoGuessr, um, I get a few people in here. There are so many just like really smart people that come in here and just absolutely like destroy. They do so well, and it always impresses me. Like this one person came in and taught us what a bullard was. It's like a street marker, but it's different in like different countries. And like one person could tell like what country we were in by the car that we were driving, and another person could tell what hemisphere we were in just by looking at the sun. Like you get some of the smartest people in this game sometimes, or sorry, in this stream sometimes. So if you're interested, I definitely recommend sticking around because I really want to try doing one of those again. Ooh, pink, purple, or yellow toilet. Or sorry, pink, blue, or yellow toilet. I'll probably come in here and just renovate it and make it look nice. But I'm in a colorful mood today. Let's do yellow. I love the color yellow. I recently bought these like yellow shorts, and they're so cute. I love them. And it's like the only thing I've been wearing recently. Not just because it's been super hot. And like I said, I'm Canadian. I like the winter. I like to curl up in a sweater by the fire. I prefer when there is a power outage when it's minus 40 degrees than whatever this is. Man, people who say climate change isn't real, they should come over here to Canada. And then they'll know what what everyone's talking about. Nah, I know everyone likes to say that their weather is the worst. I'm sure it's much more severe in a lot of other places, and we have it quite lucky. I'm aware. It's just the fact that it's so hot, and I do not go well with the heat. It's weather like this that makes me even more convinced that I am just gonna, as soon as I have the chance to apply to university and travel abroad again, I just want to go anywhere cold. I'm talking Norway or Scotland. Oh, Scotland would be so cool. Norway and Scotland are probably the two places I want to go the most. Maybe. Let me just check here. Sorry, I'm getting some issues on my phone here, so I just want to make sure that it's all right there on my actual stream. Yeah. So I want to move somewhere cooler, like weather-wise. I was also thinking maybe Ireland. I know everyone complains about it being rainy and like just generally cold, but to be perfectly honest, that's my kind of weather. I like weather where you can, I like sweater weather. I like to bundle up. I like to make myself a cup of tea. And I like to listen to the rain. And I just think that's nice. I hope I didn't lose you there. My stream's acting a bit up on my phone, so might be a bit tricky. Yeah, my Wi-Fi's acting up a little bit on my phone. I hope we're not having too much of an issue here. Chat tends to let me know anyway. So we might just have to wait this a little bit. And I'll just check on chat every once in a while. So yeah. What was I saying here? Yeah, so I'd love to go somewhere cool. So yeah, Norway, Scotland, Ireland would be some of my top ones. I was thinking about Malta just because it was like one of the most interesting countries I've been to. I've done a little bit of traveling here and there. I've been very lucky. My grandma is a travel agent, actually. She's been working there for like 50-something years. So she's been able to, she knows everybody everywhere. It's insane. She's a pretty cool person. But yes, I would love to go somewhere just cooler. And like I said, I was thinking about Malta, really cool place. Problem is it gets hot there. It's an island in the Mediterranean, so of course it does. I remember I was there in January, and I was coming from Winnipeg, fondly known as Winterpeg, by us who live here. And it's right in the middle of Canada. A lot of people don't actually know where that is. Oh no, the stripes in the flower wallpaper, that does not go together. My goodness, not at all. Yeah, so I went there, and there are kids in full snowsuits. It was like plus 12 degrees outside, and I was in a tank top and shorts, and I was having like an iced tea, and they're like these two ladies running the restaurant. One was this like grandma, and the other one looked like she was maybe she was a mother of one of the kids that was running around snowsuits. And they were all bundled up in jackets, and they were so worried about me. They were so nice. They were like, "Oh, can we get you, a sweater or a jacket? Do you need anything?" I'm like, and then I told them like what the weather was where I came from, and they were they understood. But yeah, I don't think I can manage living anywhere warm. Like I would love to take the opportunity to live anywhere that's not here. Just if I have the opportunity to. And there's a lot of good programs studying abroad anyway that I want to look into. And so I would really love to do something like that. And then who knows, maybe I'd find it interesting and end up moving there. I mean, I'm pretty partial to Canada. But I don't know. There's a whole world out there, and if you got the opportunity to see it, why not, eh? Why not? I'm just trying to find a decent bed. If you're wondering what I'm doing right now, I'm not just rambling about nothing. I'm trying to find a decent bed, and I don't want you to just sit here in the silence while I just go, Just every once in a while, I just try all these different beds. I just need a plain, simple bed. Is that too much to ask? Like, this is too dark, and this has stripes. Like, if we had, like, this color scheme, with no pattern. I mean, I use this bed a lot, it's just there's too much pattern going on in this room. I'm gonna change the wallpaper. I wasn't going to, but holy guacamole, that is too much. Is there not a wallpaper version of this, or are they all wallpapery? I think they're all wallpapery. We might have to go with something more expensive, but that's okay, because we save so much money on landscaping that we can spend $100 on painting a wall. Because that $100 would have been spent on landscaping, but it's not. We might actually be able to make this house under 10K. Which I think would be pretty insane. Yellow accent wall? No, that's awful. That's awful. Oh no, we can't do pink either. But I feel like we need some color in there. No. It needs to be different enough that it's like, I don't know. No, gray is too dark though. But white, I feel like it's too sterile, Maybe we'll put some curtains on the wall and some pictures, and we'll go from there.